Given your origins on the data side and now you're on the technology side, have you seen in your current role this kind of, I'll call it maybe a healthy tension between kind of the pace of innovation and scientific discovery, and then how long it takes for kind of from the system level, the incentive schemes, the payer reimbursement, for that to kind of meet where the innovation is? Is that something that you are seeing in Verily right now and kind of the work that you're focused on?
One thing that has really been eye-opening for me in moving into the commercial sector, and particularly in health technology, is the pace of change. So I just want to address that for 1 minute, because if you think about it, 3 years ago, we were just starting health platforms. We had a joint venture around the diabetes digital health solution. But most of the rest of what I described to you was nascent, or maybe a slide deck, or maybe even just a dream. And in the time that maybe if I were in an academic setting, it might have taken for me to have a faculty member get their first R01 grant. In that time, we were able to build out multiple significant businesses. That is a reflection, I think, of the pace of change that can happen, which is really breathtaking. I mean, it's, as somebody who's been living it the last few years, it's really remarkable to see. And so the challenge is, how do we marry that accelerated pace of change with, as you say, the culture of healthcare, which is very risk averse and has generally been pretty slow to adopt new innovations and new change. And I think one of the things that's really enabled that to happen, or that is going to continue to enable it to happen, is the COVID pandemic. I think with pandemic, we saw that all those telehealth barriers that for years were really, really holding us back just fell literally overnight. And I think people are seeing also with just the economic impact of COVID on our healthcare system and on our economy, we have to figure out solutions faster. So even though my book is called The Long Fix, I named it before the COVID pandemic. Now I think it's the not so long, it's probably a quicker fix, because I think we all understand that there's a lot more urgency. And if the digital health and health tech and other industries that are coming into healthcare can help facilitate that acceleration, I think all the better.